Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to CrossFit. Let's hop into the next puzzle. Took a little bit longer of a break than I thought I was going to, but that's alright. Let's see how fast we can do this. Don't particularly enjoy that some of these puzzles just start with nothing. And you have to kind of look around to see where I even want to start with this. Here I can see there's only 1 5 here, so that has to be it. And then now that 5 and 2 have been eliminated, that makes that 3, which means either one of these could be 4 or 1. Alright, now we have 3 rows to look at, because, and we started with this row, so let's start with this one. We need a 1, and there is only 1. We need a 3. 3 and 5 could be either one of these, so this has to be 4. We need a 1 in this, and there's only 1 1. We need a 2, and we need a 4, and we need a 5. Well, this can't be 4, so it has to be 5, which then makes this 4, which then makes that 2. So now we start to looking at the columns that have the most amount of information. This 1 makes this 3. This 3 gets rid of that. So this is either going to be 2 or 5 on either one of those. No telling which though. We need a 1, and there's only 1 1 in this column. And we need a 2, and we need a 3. So this has to be 3, this has to be 2. Okay. So bump that 3, bump that 1. This 1 now makes this 5, which bumps this. And since we have a 4 here and a 5 here, that makes that 2 and that 5. And that bumps that 5. Now, let's see, we need a 3. And only that is available as a 3, and that makes that 4. That makes this 1. I think we're quickly gonna find that we are close to being done here. The next click very possibly could be the last. We have a 3 and a 5 here. And this can't be a 5, so that has to be 3. So that has to be 5. Wasn't the next click, it was the 2 clicks, 1 left click and 1 right click after. Just an easy puzzle for level 5-5. And I don't really... I'm not getting a good grasp on how this is supposed to balance out the difficulty. It seems like the levels are just randomly placed. If you're gonna, if you would ask me, that would be my guess. So we need a 2. We have multiple 2s here. We need a 3. Is there any other 3s? Yes, there is a 3 there. I guess there's no reason to double click it and go backwards. We need 4s. We have multiple 4s. We need a 5. Do we have any multiple 5s? No. Only 1 5. So then if we go back and say 3, we only have 1 3. And 2s, 4s, and 6s. All still a possibility. Next, I guess I'll look at this column. Let's see. 6 here makes that 5. 5 here makes that 3. 5 gets bumped there. 6 gets bumped there, making that 2. Because there's a 6 and a 5 here. 5 gets bumped because of that one. And that one. So this could be 1 or 4 or 1 or 4. We won't be able to solve that quite yet. And I don't think there's a reason to do this row right now, so we'll do this row. Let's see, we have 3 and 2. So 2 locks this and this, bumping this, and so 3 here and 5 here makes this 1, which, and this 6 makes this 4. Okay. So now, trying to stay where the action is, I probably should look at this row. 6 doesn't help anything. 5 is already here. 4, well, there is only one 4 available. And since 4 makes that 6 and makes that 2, by the way, we can just, so 3, there's a 3 here. This one actually makes this 3. Alright. 2, there's only 1, 2, and then 1. And then that makes that 6. This 3 also made that 6. Next, 6 gets bumped. This could be 1 or 2. Are there any other ones? No, so that has to be 1. This gets bumped by this 6, making it 2. And then we have a 4 and a 5. This can't be 5 because of this. So it's 4, so that's 5. So this could be 1 or 4 or 1 or 4. We still don't know that. And I probably could do this row, but then I'm gonna have to start going down these columns to finish this puzzle. So let's look here. 2 and 3. No. 6 bumps this to 5, which 6 also locks this as 2 and makes that 3. Alright. 5 and 4. We need a 5, and there's only one 5 here in this column. So this could be 6 or, well, this can't be 2, so this has to be 6, which then makes that 4. We have 3 here, which makes this 2. We have a 6 here, which makes that 3. We have a 3 here, which makes that 6. Moving forward, we need a 4 for this row. We need a 1 for this column. Plus this 2 here makes that a 1. And then this 5 here makes this a 3. And since this is 1, this has to be 4. There we go. So it looks like the break paid off. If I have to go through the series by taking a couple breaks, that is not exactly how I'd like to do it, but it certainly is something I can work with. We have this kind of diagonal of 7 and this diagonal of 7s, and honestly not certain that that really helps too much. What we would have to do is find something that is 7 or something else, and this is like that. So now this 5 can get locked into 2, this 2 can get locked into this 1 can get locked the 6 in, and see, we need a 3 and a 4, so that does that. We need a 2. This can't be 7, so it has to be 2, so that bumps that. This can't be 3. We need a 5. This could be 5. So this 1 bumps this to being a 4. This 1 gets bumped here. Still not enjoying the background changing. This 6 bumps this to a 2. And this 6 also locks that as a 5, which then makes that a 1. And so what are we missing? A 3? Yes. So that's a column fixed. And this 2 becomes a 3. The 7 gets bumped. This 3 gets bumped. This 3 gets bumped to a 6. Moving on. This 7 gets bumped, this 7 gets locked into a 1, this 1 gets locked into a 5, this 2 gets locked into a 6. So it could be 3 or 4 in either one of these, and since this can't be 3, then I believe this can only be 4. Let's see. There's a 5 here, a 7 and a 3 here, makes that 4, making that 3. And this 3 locks this in, and we need a 6, and we need a 2. Good. See, I think I'm just going to end up breezing through this puzzle again. And a lot of these all of a sudden become pretty easy. Let's see, we need a 3. Can we have a 3 here? Can we have a 3 there? Yes. We need a 5. Can we have 5 on either? On this one? No. So this is 5. So it's between 3. Well, 1 and 5 makes this 3. And this makes that 6. Hopefully I'm not moving too fast. I could be making mistakes. Let's see, a 1. How many 1 options are there? There's only one option. And then 2, how many 2 options are there? There's only 1 2 option. 3 can't be here, so 3 has to be here. And then 4 can either be, can't be here, so it has to be here, and this has to be here. And then, let's see, we need a 2 here. Lock that in. This 3 also turns that to a 4. And that locks that in as a 5. And we are just rushing now. Quickly getting this all done. Let's see. We need a 1 here. That's locked in. So a 3 and a 5, I believe. No, not 5. Not 6. 3. 3 has to be here. And then 2. Wow. Wow, I just ran through that. Didn't even get to doing the last 4 or 5. Oh, that is a problem. How could you fix a puzzle like this? You could, I've suggested before, flip them. And that suggestion kind of works. You could also have a cover over them, so that you actually had to click on each one to look at it before you could even start. That would not only help in the process of solving these puzzles, but it would also help just in general, so that you actually have to click on everything. And I really wouldn't want to score a person by the number of clicks here, unless that was an expert mode scoring setting. By default, I would just score them by the amount of time they took. Let's just start here. We need an, I'm going to start with 8. 8, multiple 8s, yes. 7s, multiple 7s, yes. 6, multiple 6 here. 5s, 4s, 3s, are there multiple 3s? Yes. 2s, yes, and 1s, that's useless. Okay, I don't like this side, so let's start over here. 1. The problem here is the 3 digits per every single square. It's going to take us a while to figure out what ones are the starting point. Where can I anchor my logic? I believe there's a 4 here. Let's double check, just make sure there's no 4s needed. And so then 5 is in multiple places, and 6 is in multiple places, and 7 is in multiple places, and 8 is in multiple places. And then we'll go the other way. 3, 2, and 1. So that we did find one thing to begin with, but we're going to have to grow off this pretty quickly. This let's see, we need a 1. Are there more than 1 ones? I don't think so. Alright, now 2. Are there more than 2 2s or 1 2s? Yes. 3. A 3 and a 3. 4. There's a 4 here. And nowhere else. Well, we had already done 4 actually. 5. Almost made a mistake there. 6s. There's a 6 here and a 6 here. And 7. There's a 7 there and a 7 there. And there's an 8. Is this the only 8? Okay. Alright, well, moving forward then. Now we need a 1, multiple 1s. We need 8 2. There's multiple 2s. We need 3s. There's multiple 3s. 4s. 5s. Let's see. 5, 5, 5, 5. Let's just double check. Make sure all the 5s are good. Okay. 6s. There's only 1 6. 7s. Got it. And then 8. So go backwards now. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Still an option in 2 places. 3. Still an option in 2 places. 2. Still an option in 2 places. And 1 still an option in 2 places, or at least 2 places. So we already went down this column, and so I don't think that number 1 is really going to change too much, but I guess we can look. 2s, multiples, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s. Is there? Yes, there's 2 6s there, and 7s and 8s. Yep, that wasn't helpful. Let's begin down this row now. 1s. There's a 1 here, and a 1 there, and a 1 there. 2s. There's a 2 there. And do I have any other 2s? Yes, there's a 2 here. 3s here and here. 4s are here. And is that the only one? Looks like that's the only one. 5s. No 5s there. 5. Is that really the only 5? No, there's another 5 over here. 6. Multiple 6s there. And 7s. And multiple 7s here. And then 8s. There's an 8 here. There we go. And now we just need to go backwards because we solved 8. So 8, 7, 6s. Multiple 6s still 7s. There's a 7 here and a 7 here. 5s. I didn't go in order there. In doing all these numbers, I'm losing the ability to count. 5s there. 4s already done. 3s. And 1s. Okay. I guess we should do this next row. This in particular will help with that, I think. So we have a 1 here and a 1 here. Then 2s. Consider the 2s. There's 2 2s right there and another one over there. 3s. There's a 3 here and a 3 here and a 3 here. 4. There's a 4 here and a 4 here. 5. 5 here, 5 here. 6 is already done. 7. 7 here. 7 here, and 8. There's an 8 here, and an 8 here. So, nothing on that row. Let's see, 1 here, and a 1 here, and then 2 here, and 2 here, 3 here, and a 3 here, a 4 there, and a 4 there, and a 4 there, and a 5 is already done, 6 here, 6 here. Yes, I'm having to consider a lot of different numbers here. 7, 7, 8, 8 there, 8 there. And so that didn't add anything so far. So the next 2 things I have in my mind as the next important ones to look is this column and this column, since we didn't find anything useful there. We need a 1. Is there multiple 1s? No, there isn't. So 2s now. There's multiple 2s, 3s. There's multiple 3s, 4s. There's multiple 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s. There's a 7 right here and a 7 right there. So that's all we could do. Since we only found a 1 and we've already made our way up to 7 and 8 is already done, there's no reason to go backwards again, so we'll just move here. We need a 1 here, multiple 1s, 2s, multiple 2s, 3s, multiple 3s, 4s. 4 is already done, so we'll bump that one. 5s. There's a 5 here, and a 5 there. 6s. There's a 6 here and there, and 7. There's a 7 here and a 7 here. So, and then 8, 8 there, 8 there. So we've done all of that and didn't find anything. So the next thing on my priority, where the action is, as we are losing steam and losing progression here at 5.8, I guess this is the most difficult puzzle for level 5, chapter 5, as I've been calling it. But the last one is this row of 1, and if that doesn't work, then I'm gonna have to go back to the old system of just doing every single column and then every single row, and that will increase the amount of steps, but it will get the puzzle solved eventually. So we need a 2. There's a 2 here and a 2 here. Can't do anything with that. We need a 3. There's a 3 here and a 3 here. Can't do anything with that. There's possibility that eventually I'll have to consider some combined squares as bits of information. For instance, this probably isn't confirmed true, but let's assume that this was between these 2 squares. We knew it was 4 and 1. Either this is 4 and this is 1, or this is 1 and this is 4. We might at some point need to use that information that we know. While we don't know which one is which, we know that combined they are 4 and 1, to eliminate 4 and 1 to make this 3. And if it gets to that level of deduction, I'm not going to be super happy about it, because that's going to be too much thinking on my part. I wouldn't enjoy that. Too much remembering things. So I'm looking for a 6 right now, and we have multiple 6s and a 7. Let's see. 7, 7, 7. Is there another 7? No. 8. Multiple 8s. And since we found 7, let's go back and look again. 6s now. There's a 6 here and a 6 there. 5s. There's a 5 here and a 5 here. 3. 3 here, 3 here. And 2. And 2 here and 2 here. And 1 is already done. So, nothing more to learn here. So the action now is onto this column. Alright. Let's see. We need a 1. There's a 1 here and a 1 here. So that's not going to work. We need a 2. There's a 2 here and a 2 here and a 2 there. We need a 3. There's a 3 here and a 3 there. And a 4. There's a 4 here and a 4 here. And a 5. 5 here, 5 here. And a 6. Consider that. There's a 6 there. And a 6 there. And 8. And there's an 8 there and an 8 there. So that didn't help. So, end of the line. That's the end of that pathway. There's, I don't think, the best reason to go on rows. But maybe there is a good reason. We have 3 rows here that haven't been touched by anything. And we've hit an end of the line as far as things we can deduce. Perhaps, instead of just going back to the old system, let me propose an addition to the algorithm. Let's flip it on its head and do the 3 rows or then the 2 columns of the untouched things that might be hiding nuggets of information to anchor a new line of deduction on. It couldn't be any worse than just going through the entire system. So let's try it. So we'll look for a 1 here. Can't do that. Look for 2s here. Can't do that. 3s here. Can't do that. 4s. There's a 4 here. And a 4 here. And then 5s. Now it is possible that I did actually look at these rows and just don't remember it. And they were blank after the fact. That would kind of stink because then I'd be wasting my time. 7 here and a 7 here. And then 8 here, 8 here. So can't do anything with that row. Let's try this. We're looking for number 1. Is there multiple number 1s? There's a 1 here and a 1 here. Right. Number 2. Are there multiple 2s? Yes. 3s. Multiple 3s. Yes. 4s. Yes. 5s. Yes. 6s. There's a 6 here. And a 6 there. 7. There's a 7 here. And a 7 here. Can't be a 7 here. And 8s. 8. And 8. And 8 again. So nothing useful there. Let's try this. 1. No. 2s. No. 3s. No. 4s. Can't be a 4 here. Can be a 4 here. 5s. There's a 5 here and a here. 6s. 6 here. 6 here. 7. Here and here. Maybe I am wasting my time looking at the ones that haven't been touched because I'm certainly not finding anything. Well, there's an 8 here. Are there any other 8s? No, there aren't. So I finally did find something. Let's go back and look at the 7s, the 6s, the 5s, the 4s, the 3s, the 2s. There might... Nope, still 2 2s, and then the 1s. Yeah, we still got some 1s. So we found this 8 though, which lets me bump one thing at least. Let's try this again. We need a 1, and that's not gonna work. We need a 2, and that's not gonna work. We need a 3, and that's not gonna work. We need a 4, and that's not gonna work. 5, nope. 6, let's see. Is there really only one 6? Here. I'm looking all through this. Okay, 7. There's a 7 here, and a 7 here, and a 7 there, so that's not going to help. And then 8's already done. Let's go backwards now since we found 6. 5. Are there multiple 5s? Yes. 4s? Yes. 3s? Yes. 2? Yes. And 1. Okay. So oddly, this is locked back into this. So we'll go back and look at this one. We have a 1, a 2, and a 3. We need. This could be 1 or 3. This could be 1 or 3. But for 2, I believe that's the only option now. And then 5, I suppose, is this. So now let's look at this one again. 1, 1, 1, 1. There's 1 here. There's 1 here. 1 there. 2's done. 3. And 4. Then 5. And then 6. And then 8. Nope, that didn't help any. Let's try this one then. We need a 1 here. There's 2 1s, so that won't work. We need a 2 then. 2 and 2. 3, moving on. 3 and 3 right there. 4, 4 and 4. 5 is already done. 6 and 6. 7 and more 7s, and then 8. Nope. Well, that didn't help me any. And I guess this tells me something though, because this can't be 1, so it's either 3 and 7, and since it can't be 7, it's 3, so that means this has to be 1. Let's see, we started with this column. Let's go back to it now. We have 1 and 3. Do we have multiple 2s? Yes. Do we have multiple 4s? Yes. Do we have multiple 5s? Yes. Do we have multiple 6s? Yes. And multiple 7s? Yes. And multiple 8s? Yes. So that didn't help any. The next column to look at is this one over here. 2s. Still 3s. Still 4 is already done. 5s. Yes. 6s. Yes. And 7s. Yes. So this is weird because I think I've hit the end of the line again. And while we did make some progress, not a lot, I guess I'll just go down all the columns here and then we'll go down all the rows. 2, 3. It's a lot of repetition. A lot of repetition going on here. 4. Let's see. Oh. And I just looked how long we've been going. Wow. I don't think I spent actually 30 minutes on this puzzle. We're 6 minutes over. I got too enthralled into the puzzle. I think what happened is we kind of rushed our way through 3 or 4 puzzles and got to this big one and then started getting enthralled with it. That's going to be it for this recording. We'll start right back here. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.